honestly just feel like I cannot catch a break with the medical issues. I'm gonna laugh. It looked terrifying. I actually just did my makeup and my hair because I have to renew my passport. We found this place that does gluten-free ramen noodles, which is amazing. Starting off the vlog in a dark garage is a questionable choice, but I feel like you guys can see me. I will be out of the situation in a hot second. Welcome back to the vlog. I just got off of work. I'm getting ready to run to the car wash. We haven't been able to get the car washed in like 2 weeks, which may not sound like a lot or a long period of time, but I'm trying to keep up with getting the car washed here because I'm trying to minimize the amount of rust that happens underneath the car. And when you drive in snow, and especially with salty roads, rust is kind of inevitable, but I feel like for the most part, you can kind of prevent it if you wash the car regularly. But this is the warmest day that we've had in 2 weeks. It's 57 outside. So I figured that I might as well go get the car washed while it's warm outside and not like bad. I don't know if it's bad for the car to get the car washed when it's cold out. I like read online that it could like freeze your doors or like freeze certain parts of your car, so I just didn't want to chance it. So I'm headed to the car wash. Also, I just like kind of want to get out of the apartment. I've had a little bit of a rough week, which I can get into a little bit later. It hasn't been the best week, and I'm just frustrated about like a handful of things. So we'll chat later, but let's head to the car wash now and get this baby cleaned because she is dirty. She's looking rough on the outside. Looks like John took her mudding last weekend when he went up to the mountains. I know he didn't, but that's because there was so much snow on the ground that the car came out looking wrecked. Also, I've been listening to Iron Flame because I don't remember anything that happened in this book. I feel like I read it so long ago, and I read Fourth Wing about a month ago. So I'm on Iron Flame, and honestly, I've been loving audiobooks lately. I just feel like they're the perfect thing to put on when you are like playing a game or working or cleaning or driving the car like I'm about to. So I'm gonna listen to this for a while and hopefully cover a good chunk of the book because it's like a 20+ hour book, and unless I read this every single day for like 3 days straight, I don't even know if I would finish it in time for the third book to come out, but we're gonna try.
That's what they get, going after civilians.
Oh, are they? I mean, when she puts the flag in place.
I've been back from the car wash for a little bit, and I also stopped by Target, but John was playing video games in the living room, and when he talks on the headphones, he literally cannot hear how loud he's talking, so it just would have been a pain in the butt to vlog. He's getting dinner with a friend right now, so I have the whole place to myself, which means that we can chit chat. I like the car wash that I go to because they also provide a free vacuum and free towels to wipe down your car, which was much needed. So I vacuumed the car and wiped down the inside with towels too, because there was like mud and stuff in there from skis and shoes and the whole 9 yards. So the car is feeling very clean at the moment, which is nice. I definitely could use a power wash tool to power wash the mats, but that's like a task for another day. Then I ran to Target to get more face wash, and then I also picked up an icy hot patch. I'm still struggling with the back issues, which honestly has been the main mental struggle this week. I know I mentioned at the beginning of this vlog that I was kind of having a tough week, and I honestly just feel like I cannot catch a break with the medical issues. Like I feel like as soon as I resolve one of them, or I feel like I'm on the right track, something else pops up, and it's just incredibly frustrating when you think that you're doing all of the right things. Like I was doing low impact workouts, stretching, I have been taking like my supplements, vitamins, eating healthy, really doing all of the right things, and so then to like re-injure my back and have it set me back is just so unbelievably frustrating, and I don't even know what's wrong with my back, and I probably should go to the doctors, to be honest, just to make sure I didn't like slip a disc or something bad. But we're only in Denver for a short amount of time, and I feel like by the time a doctor could see me and then get x-rays and stuff done and then start PT, like there's not enough time here to do all of that. And I just am so frustrated that I'm even in like the same position that I was last year. I mean, last year that we were in Denver, it was a different circumstance because I obviously got diagnosed with multi-debarkment, which is different than this issue. But I mean, I also hurt my back too, but that was the main focus. So then just to have to see like a whole new set of doctors here for a different issue, I just feel like I'm repeating the exact same thing as last year. And I know I shouldn't have that mindset, but it's just so frustrating to try to do all the right things and it's still backfire. I'm still trying like all of the home remedy stuff before I like decide to do anything. I simply don't know what's wrong with my back. It's not as bad as it was last year, because last year I couldn't even walk. Like I was in so much pain, but I feel like it healed itself within like 3 weeks and then I could ski. It's been 2 weeks now, 3 weeks. I mean, I haven't skied in like a month now, but I think it's been 2 weeks since I injured my back. And it just feels so weird. Like yesterday, John and I went for probably a 2-mile walk and it was completely fine. I was like, this is great. Like I'm on the mend. I'm just gonna start going for daily walks. We got back here last night and then we got ready and we went to the PBR bull riding finals. And while we were walking around the stock show, my back flared up again to the point where I was like, oh, I need to sit down like immediately, because my leg and like my butt cheek were literally like clenching with my back, which is such a bizarre feeling in and of itself. And so I just don't know what's happening. Like I thought I was doing all the right things, icing, heating. I didn't have any issues on the walk, but then like why did it all of a sudden re-trigger at the stock show when all we were doing was walking around? I don't know if it was because we were on like an uneven surface or I was climbing stairs or if I just wasn't being as gentle with it as I should have been. Or maybe it was like the car ride over. I don't know what it was, but it's just so frustrating to think that I was getting somewhere and then clearly I'm not getting anywhere. And I know I shouldn't be thinking this way, but like it's cutting into my ski season and I paid so much money for the Icon Pass. Like if you guys have ever purchased an Icon or an Epic Pass, you know how pricey they are. And so I'm like, if I paid all that money for the Icon Pass and I'm just not gonna be able to like ski for the rest of the season, and we have like a ski trip coming up and we have like other travel plans through the end of March. So it's just so frustrating and annoying, and I feel like I'm being hard on myself. And I guess it's only been 2 weeks since I injured my back, but I'm just feeling like super antsy because I haven't skied in a month. I haven't really like been able to get back into routine fully since we got back from New Year's because I injured myself, and it's just been one thing after another, and it's incredibly, incredibly frustrating. That's kind of why I've been having a tough week. Like nothing really else has been happening. It's just I feel like I can't catch a break with the health issues. And I hate being in the mindset where I'm being really negative, and like I hate saying that I can't catch a break, but I really do feel like I can't catch a break. So that's what I've been dealing with all week. That on top of the fact that I've been very, very, very exhausted this week. I don't know what it is or if I'm gonna have to start implementing a little bit of caffeine back into my routine, but I just have been really tired. We're going to bed at a decent time. The latest that I fell asleep this week was 11, which is late, but I stayed up to finish books, so that was my own issue. But I think on average, 10 p.m. the latest. Granted, we're waking up at 6 a.m., 6:30 a.m. every day because we start work at 7 here. But I just feel like I'm so exhausted and I don't have energy either. So that on top of the injury, I just feel like it's a bad combination this week. And I've just been in a mood because of it. And that's why I haven't picked up the vlog all week. I was going to film a whole week of my life starting on Monday, and it just didn't happen because I woke up Monday morning and was not having it. Rant over. I just needed to vent to the vlog because sometimes it feels good to just let it out. And of course I like vent to John, but he listens to me complain all day. So I tried to minimize the complaining around him because that's a lot of negativity if I'm just like chirping in his ear all day, you know? Anyways, like I said, he is at dinner with a friend, and I actually just ordered sushi for dinner. We got sushi from this really good sushi place called Bamboo Sushi on Saturday. I just reordered the exact same thing that I got on Saturday because it was so good. I get the avocado seaweed rolls. It's just avocado, rice, and seaweed, and then I dip it in gluten-free soy sauce. And then they make a really, really good garlic rice, which was my favorite part of the meal last week, which is what I'm looking forward to the most. So we're doing that tonight for dinner, treating myself, because I didn't feel like making dinner. I feel like I've been eating chicken like every single day for the past week, and I'm kind of over chicken at the moment. So I am treating myself to this, and I need to go pick it up at like 6 o'clock, so I have like 20 minutes until I pick it up, and then I think once we get back here after I pick it up, I might have myself like a little self-care night, like put on a face mask and maybe start a movie or something on Netflix. We shall see. All right, we got the goods. We do a sushi haul. Although it's not really sushi because I guess avocado rolls are, but like I don't like fish like that. I don't like fish period, but definitely not in raw form. We have the avocado sushi rolls, and then this is the garlic rice that I was talking about. Technically there's no protein in it except for the eggs, and I didn't see a way to add chicken or anything. So we're having a vegetarian dinner tonight. I'm so excited for this. And then last time we ate there, they gave us gluten-free soy sauce, and I had some left over. So we are good to go. An embarrassing fact about me is that I have never mastered how to use chopsticks, so I just make up my own way to use them, which is however I can manage to hold them and pick up the sushi with. So I think that I typically do like this, which is not correct, I don't think. John tried to teach me multiple times and it just doesn't make sense in my brain to do it the way that he does it. So I just chopstick away however I want to chopstick. And then I will in fact be eating my rice with a spoon, because if you think I can't eat sushi with a chopstick, you should see me try to eat rice with a chopstick. That's a whole other beast. All right, taste test. See, it kind of works out. So good. I feel like one day I'll work up to maybe, strong maybe, fish into my sushi. But for right now, I'm just, enjoying and getting used to the texture of seaweed and whatnot. And then maybe I'll be brave enough one day. The issue is that there's a shellfish allergy that runs in my family, and that makes me really nervous. And obviously it's not guaranteed that I have it, but I just never grew up eating fish or shellfish or anything of that sort. So I never got used to it. Like I wasn't really exposed to it as a young age, other than fish sticks, which fish sticks I just grew out of. So I feel like if you don't introduce foods like fish at a young age, it's really hard to incorporate them into your diet or like get used to them as an adult, because it's such a weird texture and taste and whatnot. If that makes sense. That's how I think about it. Like I just feel like it's one of those things where if you're not introduced to it when you're younger, it's harder to get used to it when you're older. But everyone has to start somewhere. Baby steps. A year ago, I wasn't eating avocado, rice, seaweed, sushi. Wouldn't even touch sushi with a 10-foot pole. So we're getting somewhere. This is the best part though. This is so good. It's so good. It's not very warm tonight though, but I must have picked it up like after it had sat there for a while. Delectable. Okay, I'm not gonna make you guys watch me eat my whole dinner. So I'm gonna eat this, and then, like I said, I think I'm gonna try to do a face mask or something tonight. I will pick up the camera when I'm done eating, and we can have a cozy night together. I finished eating dinner, and I put on my pajama set of the night. I fear I'm becoming a pajama set girl. I used to be the girl that would throw on a pair of pajama pants and a big t-shirt and call it a night, and I occasionally still am. I still have a few of those pieces in my wardrobe, but there's just something about a pajama set that's been super comforting recently. So this is the set of the night. This set's from Target. She's cute, she's affordable, comfy. I have it in gray, and then I have a similar one in red, but that one's from Victoria's Secret like many years ago. And I'm obsessed. Just did my skincare. Well, a little bit of my skincare. I just washed my face and took my makeup off. I have been using the CeraVe Hydrating Facial Cleanser for years. It's my go-to facial cleanser. If you have acne-prone skin, I know they recommend either CeraVe or Cetaphil or Vanicream for face wash, and I'm personally a fan of CeraVe because my skin gets really dry in the winter, and I feel like it helps moisturize it. So I just did that. And then I'm doing something that I honestly don't normally do because I just never buy them, but I'm gonna do a face mask tonight, and it's from the brand Patchology, I think is how you say it. This is the Smart Mud Detox Mask. Looks like this. I use the Patchology under eye patches Occasionally, honestly, they're kind of a splurge. I like the ones that I think I've showed before from Amazon, these ones, because they're more affordable and they work pretty well. But for Christmas, my mom actually got me a set of the Patchology Flash Patch Rejuvenating Eye Gels. So I use these some mornings and I really do feel like they brighten up your under eye and I absolutely love them. So I've used Patchology brand before, but I've never tried their face masks. I honestly don't typically do face masks because my skin is so sensitive, but I've had this one for a little while. I got it from my mom's friend and I want to try it out, so I figured now would be the time to try it out. I'm actually a little bit scared because this looks so freaking messy. There's a lot happening here. Like, look how messy this is. Is this supposed to be this messy? The funny part about it being this messy is that it advertises as not messy. No mess masks. I would beg to differ. This is about as messy as it gets. Remove the white backing and place over face. When they said mud, they weren't kidding. I hope this doesn't get everywhere. Wait, I'm scared. Okay. Then they said remove the white. This smells like a perfume. How the frick do you do this? Remove. Oh. Okay. Oh, the nose stop is a little big. This is in fact, unfortunately, getting in my just washed hair. I washed my hair this morning. Okay. That's part one. Part two. This is so incredibly messy. Oh my god. I'm gonna laugh. It looked terrifying. It's like gray. Let's leave this on for 10 minutes. So I'm gonna do that. And then we'll check back in after. It looks scary. Alright, it's been 10 minutes. It's time to take this off. I'm kind of scared. Discard mask and rinse with warm water. Ooh, it's in my hair. Gross. It says dispose of pore clogging debris. Don't know if it actually did that, but it does smell good. I'm gonna wash this off and then do the rest of my skincare, aka probably just some lotion tonight, and then go back to sitting on the couch. We have heated blanket, Q, milk chocolate bar for a little post-dinner dessert. Have my big thing of water, and I picked out a movie. I'm gonna watch Lonely Planet. It's a Netflix film that came out last year and it has some pretty big names in it. I'm not good like with celebrity names. It has Liam Hemsworth, Laura Dern, Diana Silvers, and I don't know the rest of these people, but it looked pretty good. So I'll be the judge of that. I'm gonna sit on the couch, enjoy my dessert, enjoy my heated blanket, and hopefully enjoy the movie. Fingers crossed, although Netflix movies are kind of a hit or miss sometimes. Sometimes they can just be like really cheesy and bad, and I feel like I'll know within the first 20 minutes whether or not it's the vibe, and we'll change the TV to something else, or I'll end up watching it. It's only like an hour and a half, so I feel like by the time that it's done, I'll be ready for bed anyways. The perfect ending to the evening. Good morning, you guys. Happy Friday. Literally so close to the weekend, but unfortunately, oh, and it's a 3-day weekend, which I just remembered, which is so nice. But we're in like an Arctic blast warning in Colorado, so we won't be doing that much this weekend, I think. Let's look at the weather. Saturday, low of 4 degrees, high of 20 degrees. Sunday, low of -4 degrees, high of 15 degrees. Monday, low of -4 degrees, high of 9 degrees. Tuesday, low of -4 degrees, high of 36 degrees. So needless to say, we'll be staying inside for the majority of the weekend. And then we were like, okay, well, Saturday's supposed to be kind of warm, maybe skiing weather. No. In the mountains, low of -2, high of 9. Like dangerously cold to go skiing in my opinion. So we'll be staying in this weekend and having a chill weekend for the most part. We might like go try to do some indoor activities somewhere in Denver, but I actually don't really know of any indoor activities that don't involve like bowling or something of that sort. That's that. I'm putting an icy hot patch on my back because you're supposed to leave it on for 8 hours. So I figured I could leave this on for the majority of the day and see if it helps. I got the extra large patches from Target yesterday. The back situation is literally so frustrating and I just want it to feel better so that I can get back to my normal routine and working out and skiing. But alas, here we are. Okay, I think I need to take my shirt off for this, so I'm gonna do this real quickly and then I'll check back in a minute. She's on, it's covering like half of my back. I'm just hoping that this works in my favor. Also, I didn't realize that these only came with like 3 of them. Kind of expensive for only having 3. But I was talking to my mom this morning and she recommended a different type of like back patch. So once these run out, I might, if I'm still having the issue, I might use the other patch, which I think I also saw at Target yesterday. So I'll just have to wait and see. We're on the day and I've been sitting at this counter for several hours now just doing a bunch of random stuff. I actually just did my makeup and my hair because I have to renew my passport. Last time my passport was taken, I think I was in high school. So this whole passport renewal process as an adult is like an interesting situation, and I feel like honestly the hardest part is taking the picture because I want to make sure that it matches the requirements for the picture. So I took one, honestly not the best picture of myself, but there's only like 2 people that really ever see it, myself and then the, what is it, border security? What is it called? Is it border security that check your passport?
I think they call it passport control.
Passport control. I feel like if it's only 2 people, why does it really matter as long as it looks like myself? So I just did that and now I'm getting ready to hopefully start this process. It says it takes 40 minutes to complete. I'm not really sure why it takes 40 minutes. And it also takes, I guess, 4 to 6 weeks to come in, which we're not even planning on leaving the country anytime soon. I'm just getting ahead of this because I've heard that within the past 2 years, actually like since COVID, the passport process has been super delayed. Like even though it says 4 to 6 weeks, it's taking some people like months to get their new passport. And the second that you start your passport renewal process, your passport no longer becomes valid. So we can't leave the country until I get my new passport. Also, the new Real ID situation is happening in May, and since we don't have like an address, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get a new license anytime soon. So I wanna make sure that I have my passport to show them with my old license when we do travel. Just making the most noise in the background always. So that's my thought process behind doing this right now. So I'm hoping it doesn't take actually like several months to get this, but if it does, then I'm glad I'm getting a jump start on it. I heated up my leftovers from last night for lunch. Honestly, this rice was so good the second day last time we had it, so I'm excited to have it for lunch today. The passport renewal process took like literally maybe 15 minutes. It was so easy as long as you have your old passport, your picture taken, and I think the address of where you want to send it to. It's like a pretty quick process. I think they just have to now approve of my payment and approve of the picture before it's confirmed that they're actually fully renewing it, and then it'll take 4 to 6 weeks from my understanding. But I'm glad that was out of the way because that's been on my to-do list for like 2 weeks now. And it was just a whole thing because I needed to take a picture to put on the passport. That means I needed my hair to look good, needed to do my makeup. But we have these beautiful white walls in this apartment and I wanted to use them while we have them. So I'm glad that's done with. Also, I didn't even talk to you guys about the movie that I told you we were watching last night. So John came home like 15 minutes into the movie and ended up watching it with me. And I went into this movie blind. Let me just say that. I had no clue what this movie was about. Did not read the description. Just saw that, I saw like a little preview with the volume off and it like looked interesting. It was about like a writer's retreat was what I saw. So I decided to watch it. Little did I know that it was about a older woman that was a writer on the writer's retreat and a younger guy that was the boyfriend of another girl on the writer's retreat, and they ended up like falling for each other, and that was basically the plot of the whole movie, and I had no clue that that was the plot. I probably should have done my research prior to turning on the movie, but it is what it is. So I gave it like, I would give it like 2, maybe 3 stars out of 5. Like, I didn't want to turn it off because I liked the acting. The acting was good, but the whole plot of the movie was like a little bit bizarre, and I also didn't love like some of the main characters. So it was interesting. I reviewed it on Letterboxd, which is, I guess, like a movie app similar to Goodreads. I created an account like last year, and I never really use this, but I want to start using it this year because I can never remember like what movies that I've seen and what I haven't seen. So honestly, I'm gonna start using it just for my own sake. So only movie that I have on here is Lonely Planet. I just saw your review for Letterboxd. That's the only thing you had to say?
Yeah.
Cougar alert. So that was how that movie was, but we finished it, and then we crawled into bed, and I stayed up way too late scrolling, which is honestly just how my week has gone. But at this point, we may only have 2 days left of TikTok, so I'm just trying to get all the scrolling in before it's taken away from us, because genuinely like don't know what I'm gonna do without TikTok, which is so sad that I'm like that addicted to it. But no other app hits quite like TikTok, and I'm actually kind of sad that it's going away. One, because it's just like a place, like an outlet to kind of zone out. 2, I get like a lot of good ideas from there. Like I have a ton of folders for like trips and future plans and outfit ideas and stuff like that. So those are all going away. And 3, it just made me laugh. Like I just genuinely enjoyed the app, and I was like kind of growing on there. So I'm sad, like really sad that it's going away. But there's nothing I can do about it, and it's out of my control. So I guess we're reverting back to YouTube and Instagram, which I'm here for. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're like coming over from TikTok, welcome to YouTube again. Anyways, I'm gonna eat my lunch now that's cooled off, drinking Olipop, and gonna wrap up work for the rest of the day. And then I don't know what we're doing for the rest of the night. We might go out to eat, we talked about it, but I'll keep you guys updated. Like we've been doing really good about not eating a ton of takeout or eating out a lot since we've been here, and I'm saying that while showing you that I'm eating out 2 days in a row because we did not feel like cooking tonight. We were originally gonna go to a restaurant, but I think I mentioned earlier we're in like a Arctic blast winter advisory or whatever, and it's already starting to snow outside, so we figured we might as well just pick something up. We did have to get in the car obviously to pick this up, but minimize the time on the road I think is the thought process. So we ordered ramen. We found this place that does gluten-free ramen noodles, which is amazing. This one's the gluten-free ramen. And then John got, I think, a similar bowl, but his is a little bit spicier. They only gave us one, oh no they did, 2 chopsticks again. I'm so excited about this. I've been craving ramen recently, and I feel like it's really hard to find. You can take yours if you're hungry.
Yeah, dude.
I'm talking about mine though.
Yeah.
It's been hard to find ramen places that do gluten-free noodles, obviously because it's just not as common, but this place did it. So I'm really excited about it, and I hope it's good so that we can maybe go back if we like. I also love that ramen places do, I actually don't know how to do this one though. How do you lift it up?
Just gotta pinch it in a little bit.
Like they keep it separated so that your noodles don't get soggy. Genius idea. But how do I do this gracefully so it doesn't splatter? But look, it's kind of hard to... Was the place on the inside small, or was it like...
That was big.
Were there people in there?
Yeah, but like it like wrapped around the corner. So you couldn't really like see in the back, so it looked cozy.
I don't even think I mentioned the name of this place. This is Yuki Ramen and Taki Sushi. So if you're gluten-free and you live in Denver, they do gluten-free noodles. I know it's pretty hard to come by, so figured I'd give them a shout out pending this is good. If it's not good, obviously I'll let you know and Wouldn't recommend going, but we'll see. I have high hopes. And again with the chopsticks, I already went on my rant last night about the chopsticks, about how I don't know how to use them, but I'm gonna give it the good old college try.
Well, you also need a spoon for the soup, right?
I know, but like, you know me, I can't do chopsticks.
Did they include spoons?
No, but we have spoons here. We don't need plastic spoons. Come on, save the environment.
Yeah, that's it.
It's actually pretty good. It's not bad. You really can't tell a difference between these noodles and normal, like ramen noodles. Obviously they look different, but they don't taste like that different in my opinion. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna enjoy this. Go back to my spot on the couch, which is where I've been all night because I'm not feeling 100%. And that's probably gonna be the rest of our night. Chill vibes. Not that we go crazy any Friday or Saturday night, but I feel like we're especially lazy today. Just a new level. Good morning, happy Saturday. I just got ready for the morning. I think we're gonna go to a little coffee shop despite the fact that it is freezing outside. The temperature this morning said it was 13 degrees, but it feels like -1. So this is honestly a questionable choice, but I think we're both feeling like very cooped up and a little bit lazy after spending the majority of the day on the couch yesterday. So we're forcing ourselves to get out of the house. I honestly don't feel 100%, so we'll see how long this lasts. That and the fact that it's ungodly cold outside. Like, I don't even really remember what -1 feels like, nor do I really want to remember, but I guess I'm about to get a little taste of it. We're going to a coffee shop that I guess was converted into a coffee shop from an old firehouse, so it looks really cool on the inside. I just found it on Google Maps and I'm excited to check it out. I probably don't really need coffee, but I'll see if they have tea, and if they don't have tea, I'll just get decaf. But that's kind of our plan for this morning. I'm trying to bundle up. I'm obviously gonna put a jacket on over this, but outfit, I'm wearing this pink top from Amazon, and I paired it with this pink scarf from Grey Bandit. I love this scarf. It's so soft, and I think it's so cute for the winter. I did a braid just to keep it out of my face because I don't know if I'm gonna end up wearing a hat or not, and my hair is kind of greasy. It needs to be washed tonight. Light makeup, and then Lululemon leggings, and then my Sam Edelman boots. We're wearing all of the warm things today, and then I have my Aritzia Super Puff over there. Best winter jacket investment ever. I've had that Super Puff since my East Village apartment, so probably 3 years now. 1, it's held up over time. 2, it's quite literally the warmest jacket that I've ever owned. If you guys are in the market for a good winter jacket and are willing to splurge, the Aritzia Super Puff jackets are worth the hype. I know like a ton of influencers and content creators talk about them, and sometimes you like don't really know whether or not they're just saying it because they want to say it and like want to get the commission for it. But I'm here to tell you that the Super Puff is like actually worth the money. It's the warmest jacket that I've ever owned, and if this one ever ends up like getting destroyed or I don't know, like gets worn out over time, I will be purchasing another one. I've actually was just thinking about how it would be nice to own it in another color too, like black or something, just to have more of a staple color, because right now I have the tan, but it is expensive, so that's like probably not this winter, like maybe another winter or two down the road, but I was just thinking about it. Anyways, that's kind of what we're up to this morning. I probably should like put something in my stomach before we go to this coffee shop. Maybe I'll have a banana. This banana's looking rough, but it's better than nothing. So I'm gonna eat this, continue listening to my audiobook because I have like an hour and a half left in the first part of the Iron Flame graphic audiobook, and then I need to start the second part. Onyx Storm comes out on Tuesday, so I want to try to wrap up this audiobook before it comes out so that Tuesday I can just dedicate that to entirely Onyx Storm and not have to wrap up Iron Flame. I did the pre-order on Kindle, so it should be delivered to my Kindle like midnight on Tuesday. Obviously not going to stay up to read it because I'd be exhausted the next morning, but I'm definitely looking forward to like getting up a little bit early before work and like starting the book and reading on my lunch break, reading it after work. I mean, Tuesday is just going to be like an Onyx Storm day, which means that I need to wrap up this audiobook ASAP so that I can get in the mental space for the third book. We're back from the coffee shop and we have curled up on the couch because it is in fact freezing outside. I wouldn't say it's like unbearable to the point where you couldn't walk outside. It's just very cold if any of your skin is exposed. which is why I was so bundled up this morning. But the coffee shop was really cute. I think I mentioned this at the beginning of this clip or like prior to going, but it was a firehouse that they converted into a coffee shop. So the inside of it is really stunning. Like, it's very well put together and done. There was a lot of seating. I got a chai latte, which was really good. John got a drip coffee, which he said was good. Overall, just great vibes. There were a lot of people like working there on their laptops, people chatting. They had like tables, but also like a bar situation. So if you were coming by yourself, you could sit up at the bar. There was just like a ton of space. The people were friendly. It was overall a great vibe. It also looks like on the warmer days, they have a huge outdoor section that you could sit outside at, which I don't know if we're going to be here by the time it's like warm enough to sit outside, but it looked really nice. So I would highly, highly recommend. It's called Steam Espresso Bar. If you guys live in Denver or like frequent low-high, Steam Espresso Bar, would recommend. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end off the vlog here because I think we're just gonna have a chill day, like laying on the couch. We might do something later, but I'm not feeling 100%. So for right now, my only plan is to lay on this couch and watch some Peacock. I started watching Traders last night and it's really good. Also play the Switch. Just overall a chill day. So I wanted to go ahead and end off this vlog here so I can edit it and get it up for you guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you're new, welcome. If you're not new, thank you guys for tuning in weekly to watch the vlogs. I really appreciate your support. I love you guys and I will see you in the next one. Bye.